Hey, welcome to our 2026 devotional. Every year we kick off the year with a period or a season of fasting and prayer. And so every day we are going to have a video devotional for you. It's going to be done this year by a different leader. And so I'm kicking it off, and so welcome. I'm going to be sharing out of Esther chapter 4, verses 13 through 16 reads, "And Mordecai told them to answer Esther, 'Do not think in your heart that you'll escape in the king's palace any more than all the other Jews. For if you remain completely silent at this time, relief and deliverance will arise for the Jews from another place. But you and your father's house will perish. Yet who knows whether you have come to the kingdom for such a time as this?' Then Esther told them the reply to Mordecai, 'Go gather all the Jews who are present in Shushan and fast for me, neither eat nor drink for 3 days, night or day. My maids and I will fast likewise, and so I will go to the king, which is against the law, and if I perish, I perish.'" Isn't it amazing that Queen Esther knew that she was risking her life approaching the king when he had not called for her? I think of Queen Vashti, whom Esther replaced. She wouldn't come when the king called. Queen Esther approached the king when she hadn't been called. And so Queen Vashti wouldn't risk her reputation. Queen Esther risked her life. She has all the Jews fast for 3 days, and that's not all that Esther did. And I'd like to call this devotional the Esther Principle, because there are some things that Esther did that many of us wouldn't do, and our lives aren't being risked in any way, shape, or form. Esther did these things knowing that her life was at risk. Esther not only asked for everyone to pray and to fast for 3 days, but think of this. Her life was at stake, not only hers, but Mordecai, who raised her, and all the other Jews were going to be exterminated. She has everyone fast and pray, and then she goes to the king, and the king, in a term or an expression of great pleasure, says, "My queen, what is it that you want? I'll give you up to half my kingdom," which I don't know if he'd give her up to half his kingdom, but that's how pleased he was with her. She said, "I would that you and Haman come and dine with me, a banquet that I'll prepare." So they're eating again. King is happy. "My queen, what is it that you want?" She said, I'd ask that you and Haman come again tomorrow night to a banquet that I'll prepare, and there I'll make my request known. Here's the principle. And I hope that we get this, especially during this time of fasting and prayer. That fasting and prayer prepare us to do something we know that we should do. It prepares our hearts to do it. And you could have a major decision you need to make. You could have a major conversation that needs to take place. Have you prayed? Have you fasted? And have you prepared? So many times we'll maybe pray. So many times we maybe will pray and fast, but we don't do anything. And so if you're believing God for something, I like to say it this way, like the priests who were carrying the ark under Joshua's leadership, maybe you need to step in the water before the waters part. Kind of incorporate an action. You're believing for restoration in a relationship, maybe you're the first one to extend the olive branch. You're believing for healing to take place, maybe we need to discipline ourselves and cooperate with the very prayers that we've been praying, and we need to do that. So not only did Esther ask for everyone to fast and pray, and she and her maids did likewise, but she prepared 2 banquets when her life was at stake, in preparation for her very, life's request. I'm asking you for my life and the life of my people. If it would have just been mere servitude, if we would have just been made servants, I would have kept silent. It wouldn't have been worth bothering the king, she said. But because my life's at stake in the life of my people. And so I'm asking you to do this season of prayer and fasting as we kick it off. Don't just pray, Don't just fast, but also prepare. Prepare for those decisions you need to make, those conversations you need to have. Prepare for the healing that you're believing God's going to bring to you, your house, your friends, your family, your loved ones. And I believe God will bless it when we incorporate action with our prayers. Amen. Pray this finds you well. Have the most amazing 2026 ever. God bless.